We are now going to turn to Lula, who is down in Hueytown. Lula, good evening to you. Please, if you will, go right ahead with your question this evening.
Yes, my question is, my husband passed away, but before he passed, he borrowed an equity line of credit on our home. But when I called to pay it, the representative said to me, you're not responsible for this debt. If I don't pay it, will they foreclose on my home?
That's a good question.
It is. It's a possibility. Sometimes because things like that, they can follow the property, right? So if they told you that you are not responsible, that's kind of weird, but you still need to be aware that if there is some type of action taken because he took that loan out and maybe used the house as collateral or listed the home that is in his name, that further action may result that could affect you based off of not paying. So definitely might want to get a little guidance on that, because typically you can, show a death certificate or continue to pay. If it sounds like you were trying to assume that that balance to take care of it, especially so that nothing would happen to your home. So definitely want to try to follow up to see maybe a lawyer can help you to finagle through what needs to be done to make sure of that, because if the home was in his name, it probably needs to be transferred over to you legally, like a deed transfer like we spoke about earlier. So it sounds like there's a couple things that could be done to kind of help the situation.
And Joy, so that folks will know, your spouse can have their own debts.
Yes.
They can have their own credit
Yes.
cards that's not affected by
Right.
you, that doesn't affect you. But the fact the house is tied to that
Right.
really gives me pause.
Yes, that's the concern.
Yeah, he may have had the house just in his name.
Right.
And that debt would now attach to the house.
Correct.
And I guess it could, if they're joint owners, it could attach to his interest in the house.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's
And
definitely.
then there's some concerns sometimes too with people wanting to open up an estate, right? Because if you open an estate, you're going to expose that estate to claims that creditors may have, like that type of loan or a credit card bill or things like that. And typically they need to be paid before an estate is closed. So
She probably does need to open an estate. You have a 6-month period of time when creditors can come in and make their case.
Correct.
And if they don't do it, then they don't have an opportunity.
yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you, Lula, for calling in. Hopefully that's giving you some direction as well. We wish you all the best and condolences to you also on the loss of your husband.